What's up, guys? This is Danielle and Jason over at the Collective Genius, and we are live in Sarasota, Florida for our January 2022 event. Jason, how are you?
We're rocking it. We're down here, always in sunny Florida, if you will. We've got our Select group going on. And Select, for those of you that don't know, Select is our group of folks that are flipping, say, between 25 and 75 houses. And then we have our Premier group, which are folks flipping more than 75 houses a year. So we're down here rocking Select right now, having a great time. This is day 2, so yeah.
Can you recap day 1 for us and some of the main stage presentations that we had yesterday?
Sure. So one of the things that we do is, if you're in that box, if you will, of 25 to 75 flips a year and you're looking to scale, one of the things you want access to are people who are already doing it at a much higher level. And so several of the leaders in our organization yesterday gave some pretty dynamic presentations. And one of them was Mr. Eric Brewer. This is a gentleman out of York, PA. He'll do north of 350 flips this year, and he really put together an acquisitions kind of traffic and conversion masterclass for people who are really kind of looking to, if you will, double your deal flow. And he covered everything from soup to nuts with how to train your lead managers to ensure that it's almost like a second salesperson on your team, with scripting for salespeople, from your conversion sequences inside of your CRM, to building your dashboards, to creating a culture of accountability for your salespeople. It was like a master class, and he completely rocked it. And then one of the principles that we really, really, truly push in CG is called Profit First. It's a book you may have heard of before. And I have been doing this for 12 years, worked with countless number of entrepreneurs. And the reality of it is I've seen a lot of entrepreneurs that have talent, they have grit, they're smart, they're sharp, they push, they drive. And I see a lot of them fail. And there's a lot of times there's one key reason why. There's really two. Number one is a lack of focus, but number two often is cash management, right? You know how to make it, but you don't know how to keep it or manage it. And so we had one of our our Premier members, David Richter, who is kind of like a CFO who specializes in Profit First, really kind of give an overview of that and how to go from 0 to 1 in starting that process of implementing cash management inside of your business. So yesterday morning was off to a killer start, and then we got into hot seats where our members kind of begin to share what's working in their business, system strategies and resources, and then they talk about what they're struggling with. And so that was a wrap for day 1, and then we had dinner last night and heard about some pretty amazing connections, which is really kind of our core competency here at CG, right?
Yes, yeah. Absolutely. What were some of those connections that you heard about?
Yeah, so this is one of the coolest parts about being in a mastermind. It's so much more than information, and it's a lot about connections. And so when someone needs something in our organization, when one of our members needs something, we work to actually facilitate and fix that problem through introducing them to some of our other members. And so some examples of that would be like a gentleman named Chad Young. He is a rehabber who had a lender that he was going to fund the closing of 5 deals with. And like about 48 hours prior to that, that lender backed out on funding those deals. He made a Facebook post inside of the Facebook group that we have for CG Select, and bam, I connected him with several of the lenders inside of the organization, and they actually funded those deals. And so a gentleman named Lance Armstrong, that's too funny, right? Lance Spencer at Anchor Loans funded a bunch of those and got him to the finish line on those deals. And then another example might be Brandon Middleton. He's here actually out of the Tampa Bay area. He was closing on an office building, actually a gorgeous building, a nice asset right here in Tampa. And he still needed about $300,000 to get the deal done. And so Leon on our team, Leon Barnes, our director of membership, hooked him together with another one of our Premier members in Reno named Joel Jansen. And Joel had a monster year, which means a monster tax bill, and he needed to kind of fix that, right? And so he introduced Joel to Brandon. Joel ended up funding the last $300,000 on that office building. And in addition to funding that, he got an equity piece in the deal and the depreciation he needed to knock down his tax bill. So not just information, but tons of connections and deals and funding deals between our members. And so that's just day 1, right? We got day 2 today. One of the things, this is kind of cool, maybe a little bit scary, but we push our members beyond just flipping houses and making money, right? We're always having them question, who they are as a mother, a father, a leader, et cetera, in their life. How are they taking care of their bodies, et cetera? And so this morning we're kicking off with some cool questions like, we all know that we could leave here and work on our business, but if we had to go home and work on one key relationship in our life, what's the one that needs the most work, and what do you need to do to start working on it? And so that really gives our members the opportunity to bond, and we go beyond just becoming a mastermind and creating a community of people that are doing life together. And then we're going to jump back into hot seats today, and then tomorrow we're going to be on the rooftop here at the hotel, and we have what we call Chill Day. And basically everybody just hangs out. Collective Genius picks up the cocktails, and it's open bar, open kitchen tomorrow starting at noon. And it's a rooftop pool. The sun is shining here. It's going to be 75 degrees, and we're just chilling out, having a good time, right?
Looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Always a highlight. I was on an onboarding call, and someone asked me, like, what's the thing that I don't miss? Like, what's that one thing? And I said, the event, followed by Chill Day. Don't leave before Chill Day is over, because that's where all of like the networking and the relationship building happens.
Yeah, it's really that point where you're in a room with 25 other people. We have several rooms going at one time. You're in a room with, say, 25 other investors, and you get to see what they're doing and so forth. But the chance to really connect, to really sit down and say, man, you're rocking in that area right there where I'm struggling with. If we don't have that day after where everybody kind of relaxes and connects at a deeper level, you don't get the chance to say, hey, let's get together. Let me open up your laptop and let me see how you structured that in your CRM. You don't get to do that, and so we really work to facilitate that on Chill Day. There's no agenda whatsoever outside of just connecting with each other and hanging out and having a good time and setting up appointments when you get back home to help one another accomplish your goals. So.
Awesome. If someone is interested in joining us at our next event in May, our next select event in May, where can they go?
If you're interested in checking us out, I also want to tell you before, you go to learnmoreaboutcg.com. It's learnmoreaboutcg.com. Super chill process. We are building a community. We're 12 years old. We're not looking to put some hard press on someone. We want to make sure that you are the right fit for our organization and that we are the right fit for you. It's really that simple. No pressure. If it's a green light, cool. And if it's not, that's perfectly fine as well. But you go to learnmoreaboutcg.com. In addition to that, if you happen to be watching this and you're flipping, say, north of 100 homes a year or have north of 100 rental properties, maybe playing at a little bit higher level with a larger team, executives, et cetera, you can go to that same page and check us out there. And what you're going to find there is not just frameworks about a mastermind and what we offer or whatever. What you're going to find there is just a tremendous amount of success stories that are validated in proof format about what our members have accomplished in being inside this organization.
Very cool. Jason, thank you for your time today.
Absolutely.
Let's get
Thank
back
you.
to hot seats.
All right, cool.